Behold, pettiness at its finest. So November 9th was Britain's Remembrance Sunday, which is akin to Veterans' Day in America. According to the UK's Sunday Times, Prince Harry asked that a wreath be laid in his name at the Cenotaph, Britain's official war memorial where his family traditionally gathers to honour Britain's war dead each year in a public ceremony. This sounds innocent enough, right? However, palace courtiers rejected his request because he was no longer representing the monarchy, the Times reported. Never mind that Harry served in the British Army for a decade, did 2 tours in Afghanistan and founded the Invictus Games, an international event for injured military personnel. You know who it took Terry Crews not 1, not 2, but 3 apologies to Gabrielle Union, all because he was a bad teammate. The whole thing stemmed from the actress's firing from America's Got Talent in 2019, which she said was done because she called out the show's behind-the-scenes discrimination and racism. In January 2020, Terry, who hosts AGT, was asked about the claims. He told Today, there wasn't racism on the show, all but denying Gabrielle's allegations. The fact that Terry didn't support Gabrielle was one of the major reasons for the ensuing backlash, particularly given that she was one of the first celebrities to stand by him when he made sexual assault allegations against a talent agent. Amid the drama, Terry dug a deeper hole when he tweeted, "There is only one woman on earth I have to please. Her name is Rebecca," referring to his wife. He later deleted the tweet. A few days later, he apologized to Gabrielle because he invalidated your experience, he told her. The situation was then revisited over the summer. Gabrielle said that Terry showed what he does during times of adversity, and it's not solidarity. Apology number 3 said, "This will be my 3rd public apology to Gabrielle Union. If a 4th is needed, I will continue to apologize and push for reconciliation between the world, and more importantly, the culture I grew up in." Dr. Oz went on Fox News on April 16 to advocate for opening the country back up, but his comments weren't exactly the stuff of sympathy or empathy. The Dr. Oz Show star said that reopening schools was a very appetizing opportunity, saying that it would result in only 2 to 3% more deaths. It would help the country get its mojo back, he argued. Afterward, as social media shredded him, the celebrity health expert said he misspoke. "I've realized my comments on risks around opening schools have confused and upset people, which was never my intention," he said on Twitter. He continued to say he wanted children back in school, but only in a safe manner. "We know for many kids, school is a place of security, nutrition and learning that is missing right now," he said. "These are issues that we are all wrestling with. And I will continue looking for solutions to beat this virus." While this was happening, people were continuing to comment on Twitter while using the hashtag Dr. Ozzy's a disgrace. "We've all met that person who talks about their significant other ad nauseum, right? Say hi to The Bachelorette star Claire Crawley." Very, very early on during her season, which taped over the summer, Claire fell really hard for suitor Dale Moss. She never stopped talking about him. Like, ever. In fact, during a date that he wasn't on, Claire passed the time by interrogating the men about Dale. In a confessional, she talked about wishing Dale was on that date. She also didn't give a rose out on that date because none of them were Dale. The men on the show were fed up, realizing that they put their lives on hold so that she could basically brush them aside after a few hours. Even host Chris Harrison admitted it was a bad look. He added, "I just wanted the potential suitors to have a fair shot, and you can very clearly see on that date, they're not getting that shot anymore." Fans were so upset that they bombarded Claire's Instagram account with negativity, forcing her to turn her comments off. Claire would end up leaving the show after just 3 weeks. 2 silver linings. 1. Claire was replaced by Tayshia Adams. 2. Claire and Dale are still together. It's been a bad year for Wendy Willems. First, she started the year by giving a backhanded compliment to Joaquin Phoenix. In doing so, she mocked those with cleft lips and palates. Joaquin, who has a scar on his lip but has never said he had a cleft lip, is oddly attractive, she said. Wendy then pulled her top lip up over her teeth to demonstrate the look of a cleft. People were outraged and she apologized. Then, a month later, Wendy was called out for making homophobic comments while discussing Galantini's Day, the female-centric viral holiday. Speaking directly to gay men, she said, "Stop wearing our skirts and our heels. Just saying, girls, what do we have for ourselves? Looky here now, gay men, you'll never be the women that we are. No matter how gay, sir. Stop us if you've heard this," but people were outraged and she apologized. While everyone was instructed to socially distance to help curb the spread of the coronavirus, YouTuber Jake Paul decided to throw a massive house party in Los Angeles in July. Videos showed dozens of maskless people in the house and more outside hanging off the bucket of a backhoe. Neighbors were outraged and the mayor even got involved. Just a few months before that, Jake was charged for being part of a riot that took place at the Fashion Square Mall in Scottsdale, Arizona. He even filmed it, so there was sufficient evidence. Jake claimed he was just here, documenting things, but authorities weren't buying it. Andie MacDowell seemed to think rules didn't apply to her. In April, the actress faced a ton of backlash after published photos showed her and her daughters sneaking into a closed Los Angeles park during a coronavirus lockdown. The pictures literally showed her crawling under a closed gate. Social media unloaded on her and she eventually deleted her Twitter account. Veteran newsman Chris Matthews retired in March after a string of controversies, including one in which he compared then Democratic presidential candidate Bernie Sanders' wins in the Nevada caucuses to the Nazis invading France. Bernie, it should be noted, is Jewish and has family members who were killed in the Holocaust. What exactly did Chris say? First, he was discussing the very real possibility at the time that Bernie would be the Democratic nominee for president. He then said Republicans would kill him come November with opposition research. "But I think it's a little late to stop him," he told viewers. "I was reading last night about the fall of France in the summer of 1940 and the general, Reynaud, calls up Churchill and says, 'It's over.' And Churchill says, 'How can that be? You've got the greatest army in Europe. How can it be over?' He said, 'It's over.' So I had that suppressed feeling." Backlash was swift. His retirement came nearly as swiftly. 6 feet under, star Rachel Griffiths admitted she was shallow after posting a certain tweet in June. While protests were raging across the country and even the world following the death of George Floyd, a black man, at the hands of white police officers, the actress posted a photo of her manicure. That's bad enough, but the caption did her in. "Shallow, I know. America is burning, people are dying, but still it just seems easier on the soul to watch all this happening with beautiful nails," she wrote. "And judging by the line of desperate ladies, I am not alone. Shallow people we are." She eventually took the tweet down and issued a lengthy apology. "I did not intend to trivialize, just escape it. But that I understand as part of the problem," she said, later adding, "I have a long way to go to truly understand my white privilege."